Good afternoon. My name is Wing Chung, CEO of Lattice Limited. It's a great pleasure to be here today. Lattice is on its way creating the world's first ever view-driven robo-advisor suitable for sophisticated, high net worth individuals. In other words, the rich and smart money. Existing robo-advisors all over the world can only help you follow the market passively, fundamentally because all active investment decisions are views-driven. It's all about your trading ideas, your opinions of the market. For example, I believe oil price is going to shoot up, interest rate is going to hike. These are views. However, lacking a technology today to translate your views into a portfolio efficiently prevents existing robots all over the world to do active investing to help you. Instead, they're stuck with the so-called no-view problem, zero view problem, which leads to passive, static investments. Based on over 10 years rigorous industry research, Lattice has invented the so-called V2P technology, which is a one-click solution to map your views, any views you have, into a tradable portfolio. With that technology barrier built up, existing robo-advisors are confined within that sort of low technology, small money segment, very crowded, servicing young millennials for passive investing. According to Accenture's research, they fail to attract those smarter money from high net worth individuals because smart money needs smart technology to take care of them. So that leaves Lattice with unfair technology advantage called view-driven technology in this blue ocean high network market. So how large is this market? According to BI Intelligence recent research, high net worth individuals will contribute a massive, handsome 80% to the global total $8 trillion AUM managed by robots. That is to say, what Lattice is entering is going to be dominating is a market at least 4 times larger than the existing robot markets put together. So how does the technology work? Suppose you're currently holding already a robot-advised portfolio, 10 ETFs from Betterment. Loading it up on our system automatically shows that your portfolio has unintentional positive exposures towards GBP, British pound. Suppose the currency get hurt because of Brexit. You will lose money, your portfolio. So only with V2P technology in the entire world, it allows you to input your bearish view on GBP, and it's a one-click solution to rebalance your still 10 ETF portfolio, but in the end, you're ring-fenced against any GBP movements in the future, ring-fenced. Remember, this is our proprietary technology, not available elsewhere on the market. Now you have the fun to check out how much money you can make, suppose your view is correct. Since launch, Lattice has been winning large financial institutional users in Europe, Israel, and Asia, and major FinTech awards internationally. Our team has a combined 50 years of investment banking leadership experience. I myself was previously head of portfolio analytics at Lehman Brothers, Nomura, London. I developed the Bayesian allocation framework, a theory that influenced hundreds of professional fund managers all over the world, and I hold a PhD from Cambridge University. With first mover advantage and our unfair technology advantage, we expect Lattice to enjoy a sort of similar growth trajectory as Betterment, reaching $10 billion AUM in 7 years, with the initial 3 years building up our track records, later years scaling up through partnerships with banks, private banks, existing robo-advisors, brokerages, vendors, you name it. Lattice is a Hong Kong-born, Hong Kong headquarters company with global thought leadership influence. We've recently featured a movie with the UK's Telegraph. And 90% of our activities will be carried out locally. And Hong Kong, as one of the prominent wealth management centers in the world, will remain our focus for decades to come. We're now looking for very, very visionary investors and strategic partners. And Lattice, in return, promises a unique opportunity for you to be part of this global technological upgrading game, to make investment decision-making science and practice more transparent, effective, yet ever easier. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for Dr. Wing Chun?
Clearly, your research base is excellent, from Accenture, obviously. How you keep talking about how your technology is very distinctive and out there, and I'm sure you're right. But how replicable is this?
It's sort of hard because it includes 3 core pieces of breakthroughs. One is called V2P technology that allows you to input any views and translate them into a portfolio, and that's something, it's our breakthrough. Second one is, given any portfolio you load up, it immediately shows the exposure towards any factors you define, including a very special thing called custom factor analytics that the whole world hasn't got a solution, and we've got that. The third one is called fund-to-fund optimization. The thing you saw in terms of demo is not easy. In 2015, we won the UKTI award. They sent us to meet the global head of innovation with MSCI, and he confirmed that since 2008, everybody's moving to fund-to-fund using ETF stuff, but they have been pushed to innovate, but they haven't got a solution. And with Solar Demo, they believes that this is not only the best, but also the full mark solution in the world. With these combined, it's very, very hard to come even close.
So who are your customers? Basically, is it high net worth, or is it the bank, a financial institution? And secondly, how can you measure the risk factor for an individual? Because it's not just view, right? You also have to take into account a personal risk factor in order to actually have the portfolio at the end.
Currently, the analytic technology helps you measure your portfolio put in the system. So if you are holding a 1,000 stock portfolio, it shows immediately your exposures towards individual securities, factors defined by any vendors like MSCI Northfield, or through sectors, countries, or any arbitrary factors you define, which is very unique, as I highlighted. And that's the way it measures the risk. But more importantly, this is just health check. The next thing is illness treatment. Once you see something unintentional exposure there, V2P technology, the only technology in the world that allows you to harmonize the process and get the feedback fed into your portfolio enhancements. That's why we help fund managers. So first step, load the portfolio in. It's going to tell you, take it from there.
So you're targeting the individuals or the financial institutions?
In terms of, we're going to actually implement a B2B process. We're going to probably help private bankers, relationship managers, who's helping hundreds of clients, each with 1 million to 50 million portfolios. And that's where we want to cut in the market.
We have 1 minute left.
So I'm a believer in robo-advisory technology. I think a lot of the products in the market now are passive strategies. I think one of the things that makes passive technologies attractive is that it's passive, right? So if I'm like a consumer, if I'm kind of an investor, and I have money in kind of Betterment or Wealthfront, I don't need to really worry about it, right? If the whole kind of your key success factor here is based around views, and I'm a high net worth. I mean, does that mean that I have to actively manage this portfolio and kind of continually adjust my views based on what I see in the market? I mean,
that's a very good question. I'm not sure if I have enough time, but it's a very good question. So basically, you may have views, or you may don't have views. Your advisors would have views. Your advisors would have house views, etc. And also, there are 2 types of views. One is active views. This other is the GBV view is actually risk view. So following newspapers for 4 months, you are tracking the market fine, but you suddenly feel, what's happening in the world? Maybe I should hedge my GBP because of Brexit. That's risk view. Sometimes active, sometimes passive views. Anyways, high net worth people has complicated financial life. You need views.
Thank you very
use
much.
technology.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry we came across a good
Thanks very
question,
much.
but that was a good answer as well. Thank you very much.